There we go. That's the expansion I'm looking at. Yes, that's a beautiful.
What?
Something get posted in Discord. Hold on. It's a beautiful drawing. Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that just looks. What?
Now for the crucial element. By the way, is the live stream going? Let me find some reference pictures.
Yes, it does appear that we are live.
Live at 7 o'clock.
Live from Baltimore. It's Saturday night.
Ah! Come on, join in, boys. Am I the only part in the audience? Come on.
Or at least 1/3 live from Baltimore.
I guess you can't clap and hold the button down at the same time. You get a pass sarcasm, but Alex,
Yeah.
come on. There we go. There's reference. There we go.
Hello and
Wow.
welcome.
I can clap with the back of my hand. I forgot to press the on control again.
Hello and welcome.
Use your foot and just clap with, yeah. Okay.
Hello and welcome to Yoda Soda Creations podcast. It's a group of friends do which business talking movies, team builder reasons. Earlier time since one of us is already in Baltimore. Just days before the finale of the convention of all conventions in terms of the pony fandom. Just to give you a good idea, it's almost quarter past 11 where he is, whereas it's almost quarter past 8 where we are. At least two. Well, the other two are.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock for me right now.
So obviously I had to ship things back a bit earlier to accommodate this. But yeah, since Renegade is just about around the corner, there's going to be some talk about our plans for that. But also, ponies are back.
Well, sort of.
Illusions 2 ponies.
That's right, everyone's favorite sun horse is back. And I'm not talking about Celestia.
And for the last time.
Yeah, it was confirmed that this special is the final production for Equestria Girls.
Frick.
To the surprise of even the production staff, they were not given any advance notice whatsoever.
Frick. So yeah, this is the last entry we're getting, and you didn't get. So
writers, get started, because you're our last hope.
That's weird. Yeah, that's preemptively. That's if you want to write something, a fanfic.
Nothing. There will be no new canon to stop you. Go wild and free, and just write to your heart's content.
Wait. Don't give them that much freedom, jeez.
I think the proper expression is, "Go fanfiction writers to your keyboards."
I think you have started something very dangerous, sarcasm. That I don't think we will see the end of for some time. I will blame you if it be the end of us.
But yeah, we're also going to be a bit early next week as well. Because, Baltimore. Well, maybe. Unless we decide to, start at, 1 a.m.
Well, it depends on how our schedule goes. Depends on how things go at the convention. But yeah, there's going to be a lot to talk about next week.
If we can stay on the stable connection and actually stream. Hopefully we can, but, previous experience with conventions,
Let's just let's just say that sometimes the hotel will. Let's just say that sometimes the hotel will work, sometimes it won't, because there's a particular elephant in the room you guys are forgetting. There's a particular elephant in the room you guys are forgetting. I managed to do. I managed to do okay when I was in Utah.
Right. And at the very least, we'll have a decent microphone since I brought mine. I figure we can just kind of bunch around the thing and share it.
Like penguins in the Arctic.
Guess there's no need for multiple microphones if we're all in the same room.
Nah, I think we should all bring mics and then have really bad reverb.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
What do you say, Alex? Sounds like a plan to me.
Well, as I also posted on our social medias, social medias. There might be a change in visuals.
Yeah, maybe just a little. Also, as I'm working with someone at the moment, I'm on push to talk mode, so if you don't hear me for a while, it's probably because I completely forgot to press the button.
Just yell, sarcasm, sarcasm, sarcasm.
Who dare summon me?
It is I, your faithful servant.
Okay.
Yes, like, what do you want? Oh, I didn't think it would work, so I hadn't thought of that, so. Give me a sec, and then I'll come back with a list of demands, right? Does that sound good to you?
And those terms are acceptable.
Shit, because I didn't have any returns. It's kind of weird, but it will. Hopefully, it will make sense in a sec here.
If anybody uses Discord, you probably know what he's talking about because there's either. It's either depends on the activity or the person to talk.
Yeah, I have no idea what it's supposed to be, but I swear Spike has seen better days.
Which Spike?
The one on the right?
It's not Spike. Frick. It's supposed to be Sombra.
Oh.
Oh.
How come I was the only one that got that?
You thought it was Spike too?
Okay, I was kind of joking with that. I had no idea what it was.
By that I mean I knew it was Sombra. I just just surprise sarcasm here. Had a bit of a.
Well, I mean, if it was colored, I'd probably be able to tell. I've also been hopping back and forth between different screens.
My cookies are done.
Yay, cookies!
I lied. I just have something I don't want to tell you about.
Actually, that reminds me, unlike the other Hiltons I've stayed at, they didn't give us cookies.
Ouch.
Dang, those are some smooth cookies. And those cookies took 9 hours.
9 hours for cookies?
Yeah, 9 hours.
Well, they better be pretty good cookies then.
I hope to tell you what all that's about later, but I can't tell you about it now.
Getting back on, getting back on the major stuff. Getting back on the one of the topics for tonight. I'd say they went on a good note.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't whatever that rarity focused one was. That one was kind of a dud. So yeah, this is definitely a high note to end on.
Wasn't the last one?
Was it Roller Coaster Friendship?
No, I'm pretty sure that was.
That was the rarity Applejack one. I found that one kind of meh. Then before that, but before this one, we had the cruise one. That was okay.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, I was just picking in Roller Coaster as kind of like the low point. I realized I forgot to press the button. As I was saying, it was good. We got more Sunset Shimmer. We got to see the Dazzlings again, and of course it was a time loop story. So those are always interesting. Speaking of time loop stories, I'm actually going to be buying the printed version of The Best Night Ever. Pretty good story. Time loop starring Blue Blood. But yeah, that's just one book of many that I'll be buying this weekend.
This next weekend, or
Next weekend. You know what I mean.
you never know. Maybe you got like early access. I may have to come over there and stop you. Okay. The the basis is almost there.
So from what I can tell, on the left we have an upset Twilight Sparkle wearing a party hat.
Right.
As you may be able to tell, art is not one of my talents, so it's like I'm just calling it as I see it.
Apparently, distinguishing art isn't there.
And you said that thing on the right's supposed to be Sombra?
Yeah.
Okay, so Twilight is upset wearing a party hat. Meanwhile, Sombra's miming himself a box to protect him from a feather.
I like it. Alternate realities.
But we should probably start talking about the special.
It's a good chance. And quick note to the viewers: there might be a slight chance slight chance recap calls are going to be back and forth since one of us is on the push and talk. Since one of us is temporary on push and talk.
Yeah, someone else has the TV on, like they turn the volume down, but you know how it is. So the special begins with the group at the Star Swirled Music Festival. Everyone's excited, Pinky and Sunset are excited for one group in particular, Post Crush. At least I think that's what they're saying. There's a bit of an echo effect when we were all watching it together. But yeah, they're really excited to see that group.
Mhm.
I assume the other is the things they want to watch on other days. Because it's like a multi-day thing.
I've had those. I've actually thinking about it now. I actually had a couple times where I've went to one place or a night to at least find it to go for at least one group or so. There was well chronologically first would be one night where Michelle and Gabe were performing. And then there's another night a few months. Then there's another night months later, where different different music group was performing because it was a different genre. Newswise,
Yeah.
By the way, do you get this now?
Oh, I get it now. We'll get there soon enough.
We'll get there soon enough.
it's magic.
So they
It's like Magic Duel where the Trixie actually deleted Pinky's snout.
Oh yeah.
Good times. So they start their journey as all music festival people do, waiting in line to get inside. Yeah, the rest of the group got the fast line, but Pinky and Sunset, they're stuck in the heavy security line.
And I get
But,
flashbacks to how a lot of conventions have up the security basically following
Yep.
following an apparent shootout.
oh,
That's probably one reason.
right, that.
That's good timing. That's what I'm trying.
But yeah, they're on their way. Wait, Pinky got distracted. She wants to win a two-seated bike. Unfortunately, she didn't guess the number of beans in the jar correctly, so then she gets distracted by a neon glowy maze. Sansa has to bait her out with candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy.
Bit of a call, bit of a callback to Lunar Eclipse.
I was thinking, I think it was amending fences, but just with books instead.
Okay, double callback.
Triple, make it triple, alright.
Then they're on their way again, except Pinky gets distracted again by a guy who wants to do an art thing, and then proceeds to throw uh, water balloons filled with paint at them. Sunset is not happy about this, but Pinky manages to make a doodle of Rarity with a mustache
From the splats.
while cleaning up the splats. But it's finally about time for the concert. They need to get up to the front, and they're almost there. Except Pinky smells something. Churros. And since that tied her arm to Pinky's, she gets dragged along for the ride. They crash into the cart and proceed to get kicked out of the festival. Sunset is not happy about this because the band they were going to see, it was basically once only, I guess. They weren't exactly explicitly clear on that, but basically a band that went on indefinite hiatus and came back for this one show. So, kind of a big deal. So yeah, Sunset is pissed. And she just wants to be alone, and she wishes she could do it all over again by herself. Your wish has been granted. So she finds herself. What was that?
Some reason I got reminded I had the option of going to see Kiss for their last tour, but yeah, found myself actually not, but not that disappointed.
So it's day one of the fest. Again. And yeah, Sunset's kind of confused.
Aren't we all?
But this time she drags Twilight into this. And through various examples, she basically like, yeah, this is the time loop. I've done this before. And Pinky chases after the Trolls again. Sunset tries to stop her. They still get kicked out. Day 1, Part 3. Sunset goes solo. So Sunset actually gets to see the show, and she is happy. Very much happy. She does not care about anything else. It was a good day. Except for Pinky, who's gotten a little bit nutso.
Just a little bit.
Just a tad. The others aren't very happy with her either, as a result of this. Yeah. Part 4.
Bah, bah.
Borderline pinking me up, by the way.
You need to do the Majora's Mask thing every day. Day 3.
Well, I say Part 4, but I think this is the point where we see a few cuts showing that, yeah, she's been doing a few of these days, to the point where she can basically predict a whole bunch of stuff that goes on during the day. Oh, hey, that guy's gonna spill something on that guy. Push him out of the way just in time. Oh, whoops, didn't see that guy. Have to note that down for later. So Sunset gets the brilliant idea of, okay, she's tried everything else at the festival, but what if she leaves? Will the loop still continue? So well, everyone's sleeping. She starts driving the van off.
I like they address this because in a lot of these loop stories, they'll stick them in a town, or they'll be stuck. So there's been a couple movies. There's the Tom Cruise one. I'm trying to remember. Day After Tomorrow, and there's obviously Groundhog Day, both of which lock them to an area.
Yeah.
So I do like how there's kind of the option. They address that. Why doesn't she just run away?
Yeah, unfortunately, when doing that, she kind of broke the van. Oops.
By the way, both of those movies were very good.
But I think it was Pinky or Twilight, I forget which one. She asked Sunset if she asked Twilight. Pony Twilight, that is. Yeah, actually, Sunset had actually completely forgotten about that idea, or about even trying that. So, okay, that's a thing for the next day. So yeah, it turns out the whole time loop thing is another equestrian artifact. I forget what it was called.
Suck up the only pony you're getting in this episode.
Just gonna check the footage, see what they called it.
And zoom, enhance. What do they call it?
It's called the Time Twirler. It twirls time.
Twirls time.
So yeah, she has to find whoever has this and stop the time loop. But as they're trying to figure stuff out, they hear people lyrics and something about days repeating themselves. So they come see this new group that's got everyone's attention.
By the way,
And if you paid attention to the music video with the Dazzlings, this is that.
Time Twirler is absurdly close to Time Turner. So, resident Wizard fans.
Totally different things.
Totally.
Don't tell the lawyers.
Totally different thing. I guess at least it looks different. It kind of
Yeah.
Well, even that is arguable because it looks like the time stones hold in Marvel. The eye. It's got an eye, just
Right.
like the. So either they're reference or they didn't come up with anything new.
¿Por qué no los dos? Anyway, so yeah, the Dazzlings are at it again. Apparently, they're behind this loop.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, or so Sunset.
No one is guilty until proven, alright?
So they decide to investigate.
Allegedly.
Attempt one doesn't go well, as that security guard from earlier is there, and Pinkie Pie says the wrong things. What?
Could you screen cap that part of the episode that I really liked? And I am drawing right now, so I can use it for reference, please.
Hold on.
ASMR part section.
Going back to the footage. Grabbing now.
Thank you. That's a great help for me. You're helping the cause greatly.
Grab 2 images.
Guess I'll die.
Thank you.
Will that do?
Yeah, that'll help. Great.
By the way, this is like uber powerful. Add that to the list of unicorn.
Yes,
awesomeness.
unicorns have the power of Control C, Control V.
Literally. So that would assume they have a control. They have a delete.
But they dare not use it with the power of Alt.
The control, yeah, that would be pretty. Too great is that power.
But yeah, Pinkie Pie gets them all kicked out when she says the wrong thing to the security guard. But that gives Sunset a nick. See, he got fired from his previous job when he tried to take in a cat, but apparently that was against the rules. So Sunset brings him a kitten.
Very seductively, to be honest. Those guys. I don't know how to feel about that. We don't know how to feel about that.
So he lets them backstage, and they overhear Adagio talking about how the loop is working. So they leave their van, and Sunset tells Pinkie to keep watch while she searches the van for the time twirl. Enter Churros, stage left.
Oh no.
You can if you've been paying attention to the episode, you can kind of see where this is going.
If you aren't brain dead, you see where this is.
So yeah, the Taslins catch Sunset going through their stuff. Pretty much say that there is no time loop, that's just looping vocals. Music editing for the win.
They're pretty chill about it, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, so it turns out they're not the villains, but it was nice to see them again.
You might get shot if I found you in my. Just like, what are you doing, bro?
But yeah, this got Sunset really upset with Pinkie Pie because she was supposed to be keeping watch, and it was those darn churros yet again. Sunset doesn't even really like churros.
For the twist.
The plot thickens.
So she tries to apologize to Pinkie Pie, and they decide next loop it's just going to be the two of them having fun.
They'll fix it. So they're trying the Groundhog Day fix.
Yeah, so the double-seated bike thing, Pinkie Pie guesses wrong again, but don't worry, Sunset knows exactly how many are in there, including the half-eaten one. So they get the bike. And then they go through the maze. Pinkie Pie, they do the art paint thing. She makes the birdie with mustache. But Sunset has her own mustache.
Little did she know. Nani?
And then Sunset buys her some churros.
No need.
And then they go to deliver some churros to the band. Except that you mentioned something a bit strange, how the guy that's usually delivering it is now two girls. We have found our culprits. And for confirmation, she Sunset gives one of them a little handshake. And yeah, it turns out they're upset about things not being perfect, and they came across the time tour. And they've been repeating the same day over and over again until it's perfect.
Well, it's a good thing they didn't start trying to kill themselves. That would have been bad if they just decided once not to.
And at least they didn't get kicked out in the last loop.
Yep. But yeah, well, Sunset may not have this information, they also know about them now. And yeah, one of them is an art school dropout, and it's going to get them kicked out.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
And then proceeds to get them kicked out.
We know where art school dropouts go. Am I the only one that's going to get that joke?
So yeah, they got kicked out, and they've pretty much been told that at the start of each loop they have that drawing, and they'll be banned from the festival. But early in this loop, they recognize the security guards, like, they get the need for the security. No one else understands that. So in recognition of this, he lets them back in.
What a bro.
So they break in. They try to get the time twirler. There's a big by force, and yeah, there's a big fight over it. And oh hey, the show's about to start. When they're on is getting lifted up. Oh hey, they're on stage now.
Magic.
But Sunset finally crushes the time twirler, and basically he points out that the fans don't care if you're perfect. They're here for the damn music. Play already. Just seeing music live is perfect enough. So the show must go on. They play. Sunset and Pinky join in, and yeah, they get to perform at the festival.
Apparently, just know the songs, how to play it.
Well, to be fair, Sunset has repeated this loop how many for like 3 weeks, as we later learn. She's probably had time to memorize the lyrics. Also, apparently they're also big fans of the script, so they already probably knew the lyrics anyway. I mean, unless there was a new song or anything, but it probably wasn't. So yeah, everyone's happy, and thus ends the tale of Sunset Shimmer. Unless can we please get a cameo in the pony finale? Please!
Yeah, that's it. If they don't do that, that's all of the Sunset Shimmer we're getting.
Yeah, it's like, just to tie things together.
It'd be funny if you use this on like the last frame. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, you may have noticed that, well, it was a normal-sized special. There wasn't as much discussion because, well, it is a time loop. A lot of stuff is repeated, so we kind of skipped that. So that, of course, leads to a shorter discussion. But yeah, it was good.
I particularly like what they. Yeah, I particularly like what they said. I'm not there to see a perfect show. I just want the. Yeah, basically just watch them. Just watch them live, see them live, probably meet them, take pictures. pictures, the autographs, all that schnat.
Listen to music live, get autographs, have fun.
That's a lot of stuff.
Basically, sums up next weekend.
Yeah. Speaking of music things and Boney music, I don't know if you heard that, heard about it, but way back when, and there was this thing called Musiquestria. It was this little tour that a bunch of Brony musicians got together and toured around America. I actually got to see them at the Portland location, though I had to leave early due to timing and stuff. It's like, yeah, it was good. And then they decided to split it into regional, like West Coast and East Coast tours, and that never really took off. And yeah, I mean, I got the shirt, but I was supposed to get a DVD too, but they lost the footage.
Dang it. They reimburse you?
Nope.
Bruh.
That was like $80.
Bruh.
If I remember,
And that didn't even include the ticket to the thing.
Bruh.
ish. I think I remember correctly, Down the War was in there at some point.
I don't know.
Bruh.
But at least I got the shirt, so at least I have that souvenir.
Bruh.
Bruh, indeed. Bruh, indeed.
That's a real bra moment.
Oh, but it did say that I could get free admission into the second tour, which never left Seattle. It was like one show, that was it. So yeah, I'd get admission free, except I'd still have to pay to get up there, and potentially pay to actually stay for the night, unless I found a way to get back, which unlikely. So it's like, oh hey, thanks for nothing.
You got banners.
I mean, it was a good show, but yeah, they fumbled the ball afterwards. I really think that the mistake was trying to split it, because they like, oh, East Coast, West Coast, and neither one really, got enough money,
Yeah.
A bit strange because one of the groups I mentioned, Newsboys, they were on this thing called Rock and Worcester Roadshow, and following my visit, they switched again. Following my visit, they switched again. Like this time, it was the Jordan Feliz.
Ah. Oh yeah, slight side note, I've actually started recording vlog parts, so once I can, edit those together, I can start uploading those.
Nice.
Yeah, the road to the final BronyCon vlog series.
Tears. Tears.
Yep. That is a good Twilight.
Good Twilight?
Yes.
Is. Thank you. I'm not even color picking it. I'm just like looking at a picture. Yeah, it's pretty close.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Funny note, Rainbow Dash had the look of slapstick in this episode. Or special.
The slapstick, yes.
Oh my gosh. Cloth is. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna it's just.
Named as such for being the stick that slaps Sunset Shimmer every time. Except that one time.
In the. Yeah, let's
Yeah, I remember one of the times she was very enthusiastic afterwards, and that kind of got Rainbow to kind of back off a bit.
I mean, she kept it together pretty good.
For the most part.
Yeah. For every day. You'd think you'd like, exit out a different door or, just not walk over there. I mean, even the statistical chance, of you walking that way every time, right?
Maybe her body is just kind of like on autopilot first thing in the morning.
Must be. It'd have to be. Jeez.
Otherwise, she could easily just like stay inside for like an extra minute and
Just stay
miss it.
inside. Yeah. 30 seconds. 10 seconds would even do it.
Yeah.
I mean, literally any amount of time, you'd probably miss it.
Also, interesting note, Ingram wasn't on the song team this time around. One of the credits is Hair Zeroism.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
Oh yeah, of course. We also had a magical poem that didn't get blasted this time around.
Repeat. Had the cutouts quite bad.
So it was definitely a unique solution compared to everything else.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, toss it on the ground and smash it.
I mean, that's how America does it.
Japanese music producer and songwriter based in Los Angeles.
There we go. We got a Twilight focusing. It's all done. Okay, I gotta pick up. I don't want to spend all night on this, and we is already getting a little late in.
It's only midnight.
Yeah.
The fact that we already finished with the episode discussion is like we're at a schedule.
We're out of schedule.
And I'm still waiting for the other person to show up. I believe she flew in from Florida.
Who might that be?
My other aunt.
Who be that Smite?
She was at
Oh, I like.
She was doing some sort of conference in Florida.
I like Sombra's colors. Gray. Let's not forget black. Stop moving, mouse. All right. Do you want me to come over there? You don't want me to come over there, Mouse. Trust me. By the way, I'm watching Stranger Things with me cousins.
Oh?
It's a lot more violent than the last couple. Like, it was kind of like, like horror, kind of thriller. Now it's just kind of gore. So, that's a change. Don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. And, yeah, well, it's probably not as good as the other seasons, but it's not bad.
Came across a fun fact related to Stranger Things. One of the actors was Charlie Brown in the last Peanuts movie from Blue Sky. Yeah, Blue Sky.
What character is he in?
Charlie Brown.
No, in Stranger Things. What character does he play?
Wait a
What?
Forgot his little head thing. Oh. Pardon?
Will Byers, played by Noah Schnapp.
Snap. That guy. Coloring time. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Just like that noise. I kind of like how where magic went in My Little Pony. You know what I mean? There's been a lot of fun little spells and stuff like that. And when it started, I kind of didn't like the magic quite as much because it usually just was allocated to hovering stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's gotten more interesting as the seasons have gone on. Harry Potter and stuff have always been fun because I like the idea of magic, and it's always been kind of fun. And I've always kind of liked the more magical sides of sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, like, ships float for some reason. You don't really know why. Like, the Force is really cool. Stuff like that. Have always interested me. So, fun to see magic get a bigger role. Sad to say that doesn't, it's ending! Cry. Guess I'll die.
There are some fan fictions that explore beyond telekinesis, explore beyond telekinesis, past-tense, and perfect past-tense being a perfect example with reincarnations and all that.
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about. I don't know. Some types interest me more. Like I kind of like everyday use magic a lot too. Like the copy and paste thing, I could see being used a lot.
Yeah.
I don't quite like so stuff like the levitation. It's cool, right? But it feels like now that you've introduced it, a lot of stuff will come up where you're like, why didn't you use levitation? You know what I mean?
Right.
Same with like flying when Starlight could fly with her magic. You know, like, and she hasn't used it much now. You know, they've like kind of. I think the writers have realized that, and they've kind of.
They nerfed her.
Yeah, they nerfed her a bit. They're like, wait a second, that's a bit overpowered to just have her floating around. Let's
Well, to be
not.
fair, it did seem to be short duration.
Yeah, and I guess they sort of tried to make it like, yeah, intensive.
Yeah.
Like, you got to focus really hard or something like that on it. It'd be kind of cool if they went into that more, like in the battles or something. If she broke concentration, she would fall or something like that. But this is kind of they didn't get into
Yeah.
that really. I love the expression Cyber's making up. I'm really debating on what I should wear to the convention.
I just bought a lot of pony themed shirts.
I think that's kind of what's going to happen for me too. But the thing is, I plan on wearing something that you might not be able to see much of. That
Oh?
well, I guess I can just tell you. I have like a sweatshirt that I made a while back. Like I sewed it together, parts of it together, and I actually stenciled or painted on some elements to it, so it's actually pretty unique.
Hmm.
And I've added a bunch of I went around my house and collected all the pins I've gathered over the years. And I've kind of like stuck them on.
You there?
Nice.
So I'll have like it's like sound like armor when I walk around. It's like. There you go. He's kind of got these like thingies off the side of his face. I think that might be his hair. Nah, I think that's a helmet. I don't know. Guess I'll die. Okay, that is a hair layer. Bye. That zooms out a lot. I don't know why that. Look at his flowing locks. I just love his eyes. It's so funny. Where did I put our eyes? Okay. Go into the layer ones, or wait, maybe above it. Let's just draw them in. Oops. It's gonna have to be under. They're kind of like red eyes. I'm just gonna do him before Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Oh yeah, I forgot if I got it last week or this week, but I did get that. I did get the Kotobukiya figure, and I
Oh.
recorded an unboxing. I just still need to edit it though.
It look good?
Yeah, it looks very good. And Twilight's already pre-ordered and paid for. Need to pre-order Fluttershy. And then Rarity. But I have time until I have to do that, so it's like save up money.
Then my collection will be complete.
Mwahaha.
Yes. Join the dark side. It is your destiny. The title was not very good, but we will not talk about that. I will probably be brought back in the last movie because they couldn't think of a new bad guy.
And they killed the other one.
And then they killed the other one in the last one. I like how no one's like, hey, so this ending's great, right? One problem.
We have another movie after this.
Oh shit.
Oh, you're right. It's like, what if we just bring him back? He's like, I don't think they'll like that. What do we do? Well,
See, with the red eyes and outlining the mane, that actually looks like Sombra now. It's without any color or detail that I couldn't tell what the hell it was supposed to be.
You approve again?
Yes.
He is.
So yeah, the plane ride was interesting. So as you may know, we left at about 8 a.m.
Do I know?
and we actually stopped off to eat something beforehand. Except it was taking so long that basically we were supposed to be boarding soon, and yeah, we actually had to cancel our order. And we just grabbed a couple ham and cheese sandwich on croissants. Yeah, I could have gotten a nice omelet, but they were taking too long.
You don't get nice things.
Over 45 minutes. And the plane ride, well, keep in mind I hadn't had any sleep, so, it's like, I didn't really get any sleep, but I did rest as much as I can. I'm kind of tall, so not exactly the comfiest situation to be in. But we get in Baltimore after like 4.5 hours, and we got a baggage claim. So we get there, and it starts up, and then immediately stops, and then our flight gets delisted from the thing, which is fine. They still had the bag, so that was all good. Except, well, I got soon enough. It took an additional like 20 minutes for the other bag to show up. Like it was almost the final bag, it seemed, to show up. Then we decided instead of Uber, we were gonna do the light rail since it's like, there's a convention center stop, and since it's right across from the convention center, that seemed perfect. Except it seems that apparently they're doing construction on the light rail, and everything between this point and that point is closed right now.
Oh
But
boy.
it turns out the stop before the convention center is literally just across the street from the convention center. So it all worked out.
Okay.
Might be good to hear that. We're gonna be there soon, right, Alex?
Yeah, and the light rail was cheap. It was only $1.90.
Oh shoot!
So yeah, definitely cheaper than Uber. Although keep in mind, unlike other light rails, you actually have to step up to get to the seats. So yeah, be ready to lift the luggage.
So basically an extender walk, but not by much.
Basically. But yeah, the hotel's nice and it's conveniently located. Nice food place nearby. Of course, because of the Sky Bridge, theoretically, we don't have to go outside the entire weekend.
Hey,
Which is fine with me because apparently it's supposed to be wet and muggy.
disgusting. Disgusting. I love this. I love how you look. Hold on.
I get the feeling all of us will be hitting the local trains a bit. Local trains a lot. Local trains a lot, as opposed to one of us being sort of the odd one out and bringing some grocery store lunchbox sort of stuff.
Guess I'll die. It's under this. You're gonna watch this, all right? And you're gonna be freaking amazed. I bet.
Wow.
Watch. We're not there yet. Hang on. Too excited. Right. All right. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Right. And then this one. Okay. And the other one should. That. All right. All right. Okay. And then. Oh!
Ooh.
Drawing when you can grade. Don't mind this. Adding fluff, adding fluff.
Add all the fluff.
Needs fluff. Adding brim back. This is kind of good. Mine. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Liking it. Okay. Okay. And then we need a bit darker, and then we can start. Oh shoot! Okay, need some of this. This on. All right, we're nearly done there. Nearly done. All right. Do you guys have anything you want, like you know you want to buy?
Autographs, a shirt, books.
Books. I probably want to get some books actually.
Any price has a nice print that you just recently posted on Twitter. I'm probably gonna try and get one of those.
Oh, nice. But yeah, and actually, the elevator at this Hilton is interesting in that to go to the guest floors, you need to insert the key.
Key.
Yep. Yeah, you treat it like the normal doors. Like, put it in, take it out, it'll flash green, and then you press the number. But yeah, it's gonna be a busy couple of days until the convention. Like tomorrow, we're gonna be sightseeing around Baltimore. Monday and Tuesday, going to DC, and then Wednesday, New York and Hamilton.
Sounds like it.
Definitely.
Yep.
At this point, it's best we expect a late night turn.
And sometime in there, you guys will show up, and I'll tell the front desk to like, hey, these guys are gonna show up. They're with me. Just when they ask, give them the keys. Like, okay.
Yeah, alright. I've heard that you can we can probably ask for an extra bed if we need to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. There's my sombra. Okay. Now la piste de resistance. Is our magic? Did I put our magic? There it is. Where did I put our magic? Okay. Guess I'll die. No, wait, that's what he's saying.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that it's like normally for me it would be only like 9:30 right now.
Yeah. So what color was the quill she was using? Red. I just stepped back for a second, looked at what I was drawing, like I was focused in. There we go. Evil laugh. Let's get rid of that for a second.
Yep.
Right. Should I do the guess I'll die thing? Yeah, I think so. Didn't take much, convincing. Yes. There we go. We have a finished piece of artwork.
Yay!
Yay! Uh, so as a combination of somebody else's work, it was done by Pony Pony Bursker. The original meme has Sombra basically in the same pose, but saying Twilight finds friendship within, guess I'll die. But this is basically a new way of that happening. Guess we could do something like
Did you check the showers there, by the way?
What?
Huh?
Did you check the showers there, by the way?
What am I checking them for?
There are shadows, I think.
Because the last hotel event, too. Well, sometimes hotels will have shampoo, body wash, those types of dispensers.
Let me check. Be right back. You get the tiny bottles and you're going to like them.
Better freaking like them. All right.
Yeah, that's always the backup in case my travel bottles don't exist. In case I end up going through my travel. In case I end up going through my travel bottles quicker than I expect.
Oh, by the way, Alex, do we get a travel-on bag? Or a carry-on, or a luggage bag, I guess, or what is it called? The one where they put under the plane. Check-in bag, I guess, or
I think there's luggage that goes into the compartments, and then there's limited stuff you're allowed to take in the passenger area.
okay. So we do get a check-on bag, or it is pretty hard to go, like 6 days, and not have a pretty big bag, especially at a convention. I'm gonna have a carry-on and probably a check bag.
think one of my concerns was that, one of the concerns of my mom was about the size of bottles I was bringing. Size of bottles I was bringing along. She asked me to check, and yeah, basically had to comply somewhat. Hopefully, what I have in mind should pass the. Hopefully, what I have in mind for the. Hopefully, what I have in mind for inside should pass regulations.
Usually it's got to be under a certain weight or something. If you're putting it under the belly of the plane.
Yeah, it has to be under 50.
Okay. So I'll bring my dumbbells and my set of lead bullets. No. For sure, it'll be fine. We can do some exercising while target shooting in the hotel. It'll be great.
Good chance exercise room and be ordained quit. Anyway. Here's hoping a lot of the technicals inside the airport will actually. Here's hoping a lot of technicals inside the airport will actually work. Once we're past all the plane stuff. So we we then head out towards light rail. We then head out towards this rail, and according to information that was thankfully said earlier, most likely station earlier than a bit of a walk to hotel check in, drop our bags, and then drop our bags, and then across the sky bridge towards registration, where we pick up the badges.
Yeah, hopefully I get back in time to get to do that on Wednesday.
That would be good.
Might be some extra time while we're in the center. Depending upon the faces that we run into.
It's true.
And I think that pretty much covers the most important parts of Wednesday.
Should be a pretty exhausting day, to be honest.
Yep.
Not the worst flight I've been on, but how long is the flight scheduled to be, or planned to be?
(8 a.m. departure, 4:15 arrival).
Pretty long. best bring my Switch.
Yeah, I thought about bringing mine, but I decided against it.
Oh, we could have done like Splatoon or something, or Minecraft. Maybe I should buy a Switch game before I leave. I played almost all of the games I have pretty extensively.
I mean, I'll probably bring it for Everfree next year.
And I will try to include mine.
Might bring over some Wii games.
Should I bring the dock? There's probably a TV there. All right, Alex, do you want to close this out? Because I got to get to tonight.
Also, when exactly is the plan of this part regarding two of us? Are you staying the night, or are you coming over in the morning?
Ooh, yeah. Do you want to end the podcast and we can finish talking about that?
That would guess it. Guess we're going to be too. Guess we're going to be too. Guess we're going to be too personal. So yeah. EQT ends on a good note. We have quite the week ahead of us.
Yes.
Yep.
Very busy.
And there's a good chance, whatever we cook up over there will probably be a major change in the visuals. Till then, we either hope to see you at the con or hope to see you within the chancers though when we get around to it. Take care until Baltimore.
Take care.
Yep.